Hi, all you sassy Girl Scouts. It's Melissa with San Gorgonio Girl Scouts Trainers. I'm here to talk to you just a little bit more about knife safety so we can talk about how to open and close a knife the proper way. So let's get started. So what I have here are just a few different types of knives. Now, this is one of the knives that we used in the other video, and then of course some of the others are beautiful as well, but I showed you how to put this in a sheath. So let's open and close it. Remember, you hold on to the handle and then you pull it out of its sheath, and then when you're done, you want to put it on the back side of the sheath. That's how you know which side that it goes in. So let's take a look. If you look over, it actually has a little indentation right here and shows that's where you put it in. So you'll take the tip of the blade and set it right on top, and then you'll slide it in. Perfect. So some of these other pocket knives that open and close, I'm sure most of you great Girl Scouts have some sort of utility knife like this little Swiss Army. Here's mine right here. Isn't she pretty? With her little scissors and a knife. And then what's this? A little mirror. I mean, you never know. It's more than just a knife. And that mirror's really great for so many different things. If I need to get a hold of somebody, do a call on the mountainside with the sun, you know. And let's get back to knives. Here we go. We want to close these up. We have one right here, and it's got 3 blades on it. So we want to make sure that we can close that up safely. So first, let's go ahead, move it out of the way, nice and safe. And I'm going to turn it so the blades are away from me and pull it towards me. I'll leave it here for just a moment, and I'm going to show you how to open and close a knife. So remember the different parts of the knife. So we have the handle, and then we also have the blade. Well, on the blade, there's that great part called the spine. And so on the spine, right there, that's where you want to go ahead and grab. So you're going to hold with your thumb and your finger, and you're going to hold on to that back spine, and you're going to pull the knife open. So you're holding with both of your hands nice and safely. Now, the hand that always holds the blade itself, that's the hand that you write with. So if you're right-handed, you're going to grab and hold the blade with your right hand. Now, when you're getting ready to use it, you immediately switch from the handle from your left hand to your right hand. Or what if you're left-handed? Well, then the same goes. If you're left-handed, then you're going to grab with your thumb and your forefinger on the blade, and that's how you'll open or close it. And then when you're ready to use it, you will go ahead and put the knife into your left hand so it's nice and secure. Now, the reason that you hold the blade with your dominant hand, or the hand you write with, is because you need to be in control. Knives are very sharp, and we want to remember to practice being our safe, sassy selves. So we want to make sure that we have the most control that we do, and we want to use our strongest hand. Let's go ahead and close this up. Okay, now a lot of knives these days, they have an actual button. So this one, the button's right here on the back. And what you do is you press it down with your finger, and then the blade will be able to go ahead and close. Now let's take a look right here. This chamber part in the sheath, that's where the actual home is for the blade. We want to make sure it's nice and clean. Looks all clean. There's no debris or anything there, nothing blocking its way, including your hand, because you don't want to put your hand there. If you do, you have the potential when you're closing that you could actually cut yourself. So nothing in the way. You're holding it with your strong hand that you write with, and you go ahead and close it in slowly. Now, all the time that you're using a knife, there's no hurry, there's no rush. You don't need to whip it open fast or close it really fast. You can hear the snaps and locking mechanisms come into place, whether you do it fast or whether you do it slow. So let's open it one more time. And when she opens it, you'll be able to hear the click. Do you hear that? That means that the knife is safely locked into place. And so there's no wiggle room. It's not going to wiggle around. It's not going to move around or anything like that. So it's going to stay safely in its place. So you want to make sure that we're holding the knife away from our bodies. Remember that? I think that was the A in our sassy, that when we're cutting, we cut away. Well, when you hold, you want to hold the knife away from you too, because if you were to hold it towards you, you have the potential of it accidentally, coming towards you and hurting yourself. So you always want to keep it facing away from you, and that's the sassy safe way. Now let's close it up one more time. Okay, so press that button, and then she's still holding on. The whole time she's holding on with her right hand, just to make sure that it's nice and in control. And then she'll go ahead and close it slowly, and then it'll go right into place. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to bring this other one right up to her.
Thank you.
And I turned it around, and I'm going to have Caitlin show you how to close the knife with just one hand. Now, most times I recommend that you use two hands, but you see this knife? It has 3 blades. Now, if you were going to try to go ahead and close some different blades on this right now, it might be a little difficult to keep all our fingers out of the way. So, there's another way that you can do it. You can put the back part of the spine flat on a surface, and you can press down and see how they're closing, and she's still keeping everything out of the way, including her fingers. Okay, and now they're both in there. Now let's do the next side. So keep it flat on the ground. Well, this is a table, so you keep it on the flat surface, and then she kept it open and it snaps in place. Okay, so there it is, all nice and secure. The blades aren't going to move around or anything like that. So let's take one last knife and look really quickly at this and just review about when we are sassy. So we stop and we stretch, and she looked around. There was no one around her, and she had plenty of room. She was showing you that you always cut away. Sharp knife is best, and store in its sheath. So remember when she opened up, and then we showed you how one last time. It's a very sharp blade. So see, her finger is on the spine, and the blade right here, that's what's really, really, really sharp. So you want to go ahead and put it in its sheath, press it down against the back part, and when you slide in, she's sliding against the part where the spine is. That will help guide it, keep it into place, and then snap. Do you hear that little snap? That's right. She snapped it right into place, and now the blade right here is all nice and covered, and she is safe. Stay sassy, Girl Scouts.